Mary Emily O'Hara from NBC News states that 52% of Americans over the age of 18 have tried marijuana, and 14% of those have used it today. The legalization of medical marijuana throughout the United States would benefit many people for multiple reasons. I am currently in school to be a nurse, and I know that there will be many people that I encounter throughout my career that have extreme amounts of pain, however, um, have maxed out on pain meds. Therefore, medical marijuana is one thing that can definitely benefit them. It has been legalized in all but 13 states in the United States. It has been decriminalized in many, however, is still illegal in quite a few states. Medical marijuana can help people with health problems, economic issues, and research on decreasing the smoking effects on marijuana. Starting with multiple health benefits associated with medical marijuana. First, appetite loss. Certain medical conditions can cause appetite loss and end up making patients lose weight. According to Angelica Moreau from Verywell Health, HIV and AIDS and certain cancers cause people to lose their appetite. Therefore, medical marijuana could increase their appetite and help them fight their battles. Science Daily says that THC to stimulate appetite is valuable since many illnesses cause extreme appetite loss and which will reduce their quality of life and slower their recovery. Second, chronic pain. Kelly Malcolm from Lab Blog states that there was conclusive or substantial evidence that chronic pain, nausea, and vomiting from chemotherapy and MS spasticity symptoms were improved as a result of medical marijuana. Patients with MS can only take a certain amount of meds before they are considered overdosing, which marijuana does not have those effects. There are no limitations, so this would really benefit people who are close, if not maxed out on their pain meds. Starting with my first visual aid, I can show you from my computer screen. I'm so sorry, it's kind of blurry. So at the top of the diagram, it states that there are certain diseases or conditions that are more effective with medical marijuana, such as trauma, menstruation, cancers, and abdominal pains. So those would be like the medical marijuanas that we'd be promoting. According to Erica Jenks from Verywell Health, marijuana can help neuropathic pain such as sharpshooting, burning, the tingling, like pins and needles, and stabbing pains, which are obviously like more abdominal, extremities, and can be caused from like traumatic diseases or traumatic events. And NBC states that 1 out of 10 deaths of working adults are associated with extreme alcohol use or extreme alcohol poisoning, and there are no deaths associated with medical marijuana currently. Medical marijuana can help people with their appetite loss and chronic pain, which benefits their chronic illness in the long run. And next, let's look at the benefits that other states have received due to legalizing medical marijuana. So other states have seen tremendous results, starting with states receiving a large amount of tax revenue. So Ms. Krishna from Investopedia in 2015, Colorado collected more than $135 million in taxes and fees on medical and recreational marijuana. Sales in the states totaled to almost $996 million. Although medical marijuana would only bring a smaller revenue, even if that was the only way that we legalized was medical marijuana, it would still bring states a big revenue, especially with states who are battling large economic issues. For example, this year, 2019, Illinois legalized marijuana in both the recreational and medical form, which would benefit the state. As far as we know, Illinois has a lot of economic debt, so this would really benefit them in the long run, I believe. Next, I'll show you my next visual aid. Again, sorry about the screen. So as you can see that there's some states that are green and some that are red and some that are in between about like a gray color. So the green states are the states that first, like the initial wave of the medical marijuana, benefited as far as their tax revenue goes, and the red ones are the ones who have not received any revenue or have received very minimum, just because they have only like either decriminalized or have only done very specific medical recreation, like medical standards for it. So the next thing that I'll be talking about is how medical marijuana creates jobs. Just in marijuana in general, just creates jobs for people. Google Jobs has applications for marijuana trimmers, cannabis managers, or dispensaries associates. Therefore, we're creating a couple of new jobs, different jobs that have never been created before. And I'll show you my last visual aid. So as you can see in the graph, so the top line, I believe it's blue, is the US, and then the other line is green, which is Colorado. As you can see, the orange line is where it was legalized throughout the state of Colorado, and their unemployment rate has only been below the US average throughout the entire process. So they're at a 2.3, while the entire country's average is at a 4.4. So obviously it's creating more jobs, just creating more people wanting to go there just to receive the benefits. And there are new standards for marijuana now. So drugpolicy.com mentions that marijuana product testing is becoming a standard requirement for legalized marijuana market. This just means that the consumers have better information about the marijuana that they are using. So the benefits for the states will be economic revenue and having standards of cannabis and creating jobs throughout the entire state, if not the country. And other ways to use medical marijuana is going to be next. So there are other ways to use it other than just smoking. The main concern around smoking marijuana is, I believe, everyone's concerned about lung disease. And Angela Moore states that studies show that medical marijuana alone, without the concurrent use of tobacco, does not increase the risk of lung disease. And Madeline Meyer mentions that cannabis use for up to 20 years is associated with only periodontal disease and is not associated with other physical health problems in early midlife. And WebMD says that there is no association with cancer and smoking as far as with marijuana, unlike the traditional tobacco smoking and cancer relationship. And that was my biggest concern, is if I were ever in a situation where if I needed to use any type of medical marijuana. The smoking issue was the whole thing that I was more concerned about, just because it does run in a lot of people's families. So this is a plus side as far as the research has gone, that they have not proven that it does cause cancer. And there are other methods to use it other than smoking. So there's oral and topical ways to use it. So I'll start with oral. The oral consumption is such things as tinctures, ingestive oils, and edibles. So tinctures are a liquid cannabis extract. They're for people who are looking for like a dosage control and a fast acting effects without the health risks associated with smoking. And ingested oils are the in-between between edibles and concentrates, such as tinctures. They are swallowed and digested like a normal edible, except they have the consistency of an oil. So like they're swallowed, they're more like a pill form. And edibles are defined as any food that contains cannabis, whether or not it has the cannabinoids are bioavailable. These products they have a longer onset, and they tend to be a little bit more powerful, and they have a full body effect and a psychoactive effect. Rather than topical cannabis, which it has CBD and is like a thicker, more like a normal topical cream. It is absorbed through the skin, and it does not create like a high feeling. It's more like a sense of like relief. So my experience with just like normal CBD oil that you can get at like a CBD store now in Wisconsin is that it does provide a decent amount of relief. Now, I'm not saying that it's for everybody, but I do have just like normal back pain and just like feet pain from being on my feet all day. I am in obviously school, work, and everything, so I'm on my feet a lot. So it does help with, like, I believe, with inflammation and just like normal just relief. So, all in all, medical marijuana provides health benefits. It benefits the states, and it provides more advances for the uses of medical marijuana, and it can help with chronic pain, appetite loss, helps with economic issues, and creating new jobs, and creating other things that they can be used for. So, adjusting to people's daily habits and their normal day to day concerns. And it can help with many issues with, like, so if it can help many issues that the public faces on a day to day basis, I believe that it should be legalized so that everybody is able to benefit from the medical marijuana.